Gentlemen, let me ask you something honest. Have you ever noticed that dip in your afternoon energy? That stiffness in your legs when you stand up? Or that frustrating lag in your performance, whether it's at the gym, on your evening walk, or even in the bedroom? Most men over 60 chalk it up to getting older. But what if I told you the real culprit could be sitting right on your breakfast table? Yes, you heard that right. A single morning habit, one that nearly every man over 60 falls into, could be quietly sabotaging your circulation, draining your natural energy, and holding back your vitality. And here's the best part. Fixing it doesn't require expensive supplements or complicated routines. The solution is a simple, natural food you can start eating tomorrow morning, something that works like a circulation booster straight from nature's medicine cabinet. I'm Dr. Natalie Brooks, a men's health specialist. For more than 15 years, I've been working with men in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and even 80s, helping them reclaim energy, improve blood flow, and feel like themselves again. And I've seen firsthand how a simple shift in your first meal of the day can completely change the game. Your body is designed for resilience. It wants strong circulation, steady energy, and peak performance even as the decades go by. But here's the truth. The typical quick breakfast so many men rely on, white toast, sugary cereal, or processed pastries, doesn't just fail to fuel you, it actually works against you. Today, I'm going to share with you the #1 breakfast powerhouse food every man over 60 should know about, and exactly how it helps boost circulation, restore stamina, and reignite vitality. And that's not all. I'll also reveal 3 more simple morning foods that, when combined, create the ultimate foundation for lasting health and strength. So stay with me because by the end of this video, you'll have a clear, practical plan you can start tomorrow morning. And believe me, you'll want to. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because I'm committed to bringing you weekly strategies to help men over 60 take control of their health. And if you're ready to invest in your own vitality, type yes in the comments below. I read every single one. All right, let's get into it. When it comes to energy, strength, and performance, circulation is everything. Blood flow is how your body delivers oxygen and nutrients to your muscles, brain, and yes, even to the areas critical for masculine health. But here's the problem. As we age, our circulation naturally slows down. The inner lining of your blood vessels, called the endothelium, doesn't produce nitric oxide as efficiently as it once did. Nitric oxide, often called NO, is the molecule that tells your blood vessels to relax and open up. Without it, your blood flow is restricted, which leads to cold hands and feet, stiff muscles, leg cramps, slower recovery after exercise, and even struggles with performance in the bedroom. Now here's the encouraging part. The decline isn't permanent. You can actually restore nitric oxide production naturally, and one of the simplest, most powerful ways to do it is through your breakfast plate. And that's exactly what we're going to cover today. The first food on our list is one that might surprise you. It's earthy, it's vibrant, and it's been called nature's circulation supercharger. Gentlemen, let's talk about beets. Now, I know what you're thinking. Beets? Really? Most men don't exactly wake up craving them, but here's why you should. Cooked beets are one of the most powerful natural foods for supporting vascular health, especially for men over 60. These deep red roots are packed with dietary nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide. And remember, nitric oxide is the magic molecule that tells your blood vessels to relax, widen, and improve blood flow. That means more oxygen and nutrients reach your muscles, your brain, and yes, your most vital areas for confidence and performance. Let's break it down simply. Step 1. You eat beets. Step 2. Nitrates in the beets interact with the bacteria in your mouth, turning into nitrites. Step 3. Those nitrites are converted into nitric oxide inside your body. Step 4. Nitric oxide tells your blood vessels to open up. Step 5. Blood flow improves, blood pressure drops, energy rises. This isn't theory. It's backed by real science. Multiple studies have shown that consuming beets can lower resting blood pressure within weeks, increase walking endurance, and improve circulation in older adults. See, as we age, the body naturally loses efficiency in producing nitric oxide. This is one of the reasons men over 60 often deal with endothelial dysfunction, a fancy medical term meaning your blood vessels aren't doing their job as well as they used to. Beets step in to restore that function. They essentially hand your body the raw materials it needs to produce nitric oxide again. It's like giving your circulatory system a tune-up, and the results can be felt surprisingly quickly. Let me share a story. One of my patients, Jose, a 67-year-old retired carpenter from Seville, came into my clinic frustrated. He had leg cramps at night, cold feet, and he'd lost a lot of confidence in his energy. When I suggested cooked beets, he chuckled. "Doctor, I'm not a rabbit," he said. But Jose was willing to try. He committed to adding just 80 grams of cooked beets, that's about 2 small slices, into his breakfast every morning. He diced them into his omelet, sometimes added them to a small salad, or simply ate them plain with olive oil. By the second week, his nocturnal cramps were gone. By the fourth week, Jose told me, "Dr. Brooks, I feel like I've turned back the clock. I'm walking faster, I'm sleeping better, and I even feel more alive in the bedroom." Now, that's not magic, it's circulation. When blood flow improves, everything improves. So how can you use this at home? Roast or steam about 80 grams, 3 ounces, of beets. Dice them into your eggs, add to a smoothie, or just enjoy with olive oil and lemon. Aim for consistency. Every morning or at least 4 to 5 days a week. Important note, if you have a history of kidney stones, avoid raw beet juice as it can be higher in oxalates. Stick to cooked beets, which are much safer and still deliver all the benefits. Within weeks of eating cooked beets regularly, many men notice lower blood pressure, warmer hands and feet, reduced muscle cramps, stronger steps when walking, improved stamina during activity, and yes, better circulation where it matters most for masculine health. Beets truly are a game changer, but they're just the beginning. If you're finding this helpful so far, don't forget to hit the like button and share this video with a friend or family member who could benefit. Circulation issues affect millions of men, but very few know how simple changes like this can help. Now, if beets are the circulation starter, Greek yogurt is the steady fuel your body craves. Gentlemen, let me be blunt. Most traditional breakfasts are setting you up for failure. A sugary cereal, a piece of toast, a pastry with coffee. They give you a quick sugar spike, but within an hour or two, you're crashing. That crash makes you sluggish, drains your energy, and leaves your muscles and blood vessels starving for the nutrients they actually need. Here's the truth. As a man over 60, your body requires protein and electrolytes first thing in the morning, not sugar and starch. And that's where plain Greek yogurt comes in. Greek yogurt isn't just a tasty snack, it's a nutrient powerhouse. A single 200-gram serving packs around 20 grams of high-quality protein, essential electrolytes, calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, and potassium, healthy fats to keep you satisfied and energized. This combination directly fuels muscle strength, supports nerve function, and helps regulate blood pressure. In short, it gives your body exactly what it needs to function at its best. But there's something even more exciting. During the fermentation process, Greek yogurt releases bioactive peptides. These special compounds naturally block an enzyme called ACE, angiotensin-converting enzyme. Why is this important? Because ACE constricts blood vessels. When it's blocked, your vessels stay open, nitric oxide levels rise, and circulation improves. So with Greek yogurt, you're not just feeding your muscles, you're supporting the same nitric oxide pathway we talked about with beets. This makes it the perfect partner food. Here's something most men don't realize. As you age, your muscles become less efficient at using protein. This condition is called anabolic resistance, and it means you actually need more high-quality protein in your diet to maintain and repair muscle. Without it, muscle loss accelerates, circulation weakens, and strength declines. This is one reason older men often feel weaker, even if their weight hasn't changed. Greek yogurt bridges that gap beautifully. It's easily digested, rich in amino acids, and delivers the fuel your body needs every morning. Let me give you an example. Mariano, a 64-year-old retired teacher, came to see me complaining of painful leg cramps and sluggish mornings. His breakfast? A bowl of sugary cornflakes with skim milk. I suggested he swap it for 200 grams of plain Greek yogurt topped with fresh berries and a sprinkle of nuts. He agreed, but reluctantly, he loved his cereal. Within 6 weeks, Mariano came back beaming. His leg cramps had almost completely disappeared. He was walking with more energy, and he told me, "Doctor, I feel like my mornings finally have fuel. I don't drag through the day anymore." all from one simple switch. Here's how you can use Greek yogurt effectively. Choose plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt. Avoid flavored versions loaded with sugar. Aim for 200 grams per serving. Enhance it with a drizzle of honey for natural sweetness, a handful of blueberries, more on those soon, a sprinkle of walnuts for healthy fats and circulation support. This simple bowl covers protein, healthy fats, antioxidants, and circulation-boosting compounds all in one meal. If you're lactose intolerant, don't worry. Many brands offer lactose-free Greek yogurt or fortified plant-based alternatives, like soy or almond Greek-style yogurts, that provide similar benefits without the discomfort. When you start your day with Greek yogurt consistently, you'll notice stronger muscles and less stiffness, fewer leg cramps and Charlie horses, a steady stream of energy that lasts into the afternoon, better circulation thanks to improved nitric oxide activity, and greater overall vitality and confidence. Now, gentlemen, if you're starting to see the picture here, that breakfast isn't just a meal, it's your body's daily power switch. I want you to do something right now. Now, gentlemen, let's move to something small, sweet, and deceptively powerful. Blueberries. When most people think of blueberries, they picture a topping for pancakes or maybe an occasional smoothie ingredient. But what if I told you these little blue gems could transform your circulation, sharpen your energy, and even bring back that spring in your step? That's not hype, it's science. Blueberries are packed with compounds called anthocyanins. These are the pigments that give them their deep blue color, and they're also the secret behind their incredible health benefits. Here's what happens when you eat blueberries. Anthocyanins are broken down in your body into phenolic acids. These compounds stimulate your endothelium, the lining of your blood vessels, to produce more nitric oxide. Nitric oxide relaxes and dilates your blood vessels, just like it does with beets. The result? Improved blood flow, lower blood pressure, and stronger circulation to your muscles, heart, and, yes, your pelvic region. In fact, research shows that just a few hours after eating blueberries, nitric oxide levels can rise by more than 20%. That's a measurable boost in circulation, and you can feel it in the form of warmer limbs, easier movement, and better stamina. As men over 60, your arteries become less flexible over time. That stiffness makes your heart work harder and your muscles feel weaker. Blueberries counteract that by making your blood vessels more responsive and supple. Think of it as oiling a rusty hinge. It doesn't just move better, it lasts longer. Let me share an example. Raphael, a 65-year-old accountant, came to see me complaining about sluggish mornings and frequent muscle cramps. When I first suggested adding a cup of blueberries to his breakfast, he laughed. "Doctor, what can little berries possibly do for my legs?" But he agreed to try. 3 weeks later, Raphael returned with a grin. His cramps had almost disappeared, and he told me, "I don't know what happened, but I feel like there's a zing in my step again." My wife even noticed I'm moving faster on our evening walks. That's the power of improved blood flow. Here's how you can add them effectively. Aim for 1 cup of fresh or frozen blueberries per day. If frozen, let them thaw. Nutrients remain intact. Best timing? 2 to 3 hours before exercise or physical activity. This is when the boost in nitric oxide will peak, helping your blood vessels deliver oxygen more efficiently during movement. Pair them with Greek yogurt for a perfect combination of protein, electrolytes, and circulation support. If you have a sensitive stomach or struggle with too much fiber, start with half a cup and work your way up. When you make blueberries a part of your daily breakfast, you can expect improved walking endurance and stamina, reduced leg cramps and stiffness, more consistent energy throughout the day, better circulation and blood pressure control, stronger vascular health that supports long-term mobility and confidence. And here's something I love about blueberries. They're simple. No cooking, no prep. Just wash them and eat. It doesn't get easier than that. Gentlemen, let's talk about the final powerhouse food in your new morning arsenal: walnuts. Now, you might think of walnuts as just another nut, something you sprinkle on salads or snack on once in a while. But the truth is, walnuts are a hidden gem when it comes to circulation, energy, and long-term vascular health. The secret lies in an amino acid called arginine. Arginine is the building block your body uses to make nitric oxide, the same circulation-boosting compound we've been talking about with beets and blueberries. A single 30-gram serving of walnuts, about a small handful, contains around 0.5 grams of arginine. That may not sound like much, but it's just enough to keep your nitric oxide production humming along, especially first thing in the morning when your blood vessels are at their most sluggish. Here's what happens when you eat walnuts. Your body absorbs arginine. Arginine is converted into nitric oxide. Nitric oxide relaxes and dilates your blood vessels. Circulation improves from head to toe. The result? Warmer limbs, reduced stiffness, better blood flow to your muscles, and yes, enhanced performance in the areas that matter most for men's confidence. Think about it. After 7 or 8 hours of sleep, your circulation is naturally slower, responsive, your muscles aren't as oxygenated, and your heart has to work harder. Adding walnuts to your breakfast gives your body the raw materials it needs to switch on circulation first thing in the morning. That means you start your day not sluggish, but ready. Let me share a story. Antonio, a 70-year-old retired engineer, had been struggling with morning stiffness and fatigue. He felt like it took him hours just to get going. When I suggested walnuts, he shrugged and said, "Doctor, can something so small really make a difference?" But he gave it a try. He began sprinkling a small handful of toasted walnuts into his Greek yogurt every morning. Within a month, Antonio told me, "Dr. Brooks, my mornings are completely different. I feel looser, lighter, and even my walks feel stronger. My wife says I'm moving like I did 10 years ago." Sometimes it really is the small, consistent habits that change everything. Here's how to make the most of walnuts. Portion size. Stick to about 30 grams, a small handful, per day. Best form. Eat them raw or lightly toasted. Toasting brings out the flavor. Pairing. Add them to Greek yogurt, sprinkle over oatmeal, or snack on them alongside blueberries. A few cautions. If you have a nut allergy, walnuts are obviously not for you. If you have irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, start with a smaller portion, as walnuts are high in fiber and can sometimes cause bloating. Remember, walnuts are calorie-dense. More is not better. Stick to one handful. When you add walnuts consistently, you may notice reduced morning stiffness, a stronger sense of energy after waking, better circulation throughout the day, improved vascular health that supports heart, brain, and masculine performance. And when combined with the other 3 foods, beets, Greek yogurt, and blueberries, you've got a breakfast routine that is unmatched in supporting circulation, energy, and long-term vitality. So let's bring it all together. For circulation and nitric oxide, cooked beets. For protein, electrolytes, and vascular support, plain Greek yogurt. For antioxidant power and nitric oxide boost, blueberries. For arginine and healthy fats, walnuts. This isn't just food, it's a strategy. A way to turn your breakfast into your daily health ritual. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, "Dr. Brooks, it's too late for me. I'm in my 70s, my 80s. I can't turn this around." But let me tell you something important. Aging only takes what you surrender. Most men give up on their bodies long before their bodies give up on them. I've worked with men in their 80s who saw real improvements, more energy, stronger steps, better sleep, simply by changing their breakfast. It's never too late to take action. So here's what I want you to do. Tomorrow morning, commit to trying at least one of these 4 foods. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet in a day, but you do need to start. Because that first hour after you wake up, it's the most powerful window you have to influence your circulation, your energy, and your confidence. Start small. Start tomorrow, and watch how your body responds. Now, gentlemen, if you found value in this video, here's your next step. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I release new content every week to help men over 60 reclaim their vitality. Tap the like button. It helps me reach more men who need this message. Type yes in the comments if you're ready to make a change starting tomorrow morning. I read every single comment, and I want to know you're committed. Share this video with a brother, a friend, or a loved one who could benefit. Don't keep this knowledge to yourself. Help another man take control of his health. Gentlemen, your next chapter of strength, energy, and confidence starts not in a pill bottle, but on your breakfast plate. Make breakfast your daily power move. Reclaim that morning energy. Let your food build your resilience. And remember, your body is wired for strength. You just have to give it the right fuel. I'm Dr. Natalie Brooks, and I'll see you in the next video.